Good afternoon, all of you. Today we will discuss the signal nets classifications. What is the signal nets classification? What is the definition of signal? It contains the information with respect to amplitude and frequency that is called a signal. It is a one and more independent variable that is called a signal. The convey information function of time, the way it evolves in time is what encode the information. The example is voltage and current in electronic circuit, speech and music. The range of audio signal is 20 to 20 kilohertz. The range of voice signal is 300 hertz to 3.5 kilohertz. The two type of signal, the continuous time signal and discrete time signal. The first of one, I have a three-dimensional signal. First one is one-dimensional signal. A second one is two-dimensional signal. A third one is three-dimensional signal. The example of the one-dimensional signal is audio signal. Here this matrix is 1 cross 3, and it is a any physical signal that is called a one-dimensional signal. The example of two-dimensional signal, this is an image. Image is a perception of visualization, that is a two-dimensional signal. And the three-dimensional signal example is video signal is three-dimensional signal. The range of video signal is 0 to 4.5 megahertz basically. And what is the main concept behind it? What is the continuous time signal? In continuous time signal, the signal continuous amplitude and continuous frequency, that is continuous time signal that has value of all points in time function of time, written as xt because the signal x is a function of time. The commonly found in the physical world, this is a human speech and display graphical as a line. This is a continuous time signal. A sine signal, cosine signal, this is a continuous time signal. The sine is a odd signal and cos is a even signal. Because the fx equals to minus fx, that is called odd signal. Fx equals to f minus x, this is a even signal. The symmetric about the origin, that is called odd signal. The symmetric about the y-axis is a even signal. What is the discrete time signal? In this specific time value, the specific time amplitude. The signal that has value for only specific point at a time, typically formed by sampling a continuous time signal, taking the value of the original waveform at a specific interval in time. Function of the sample value and written as xn, often called as sequence, commonly found in the digital world. The display the graphical individual value called as time and plot. Some behavior about the discrete signal. This is a fountain, that is called a fountain, just like a fountain. The specific time period, the specific amplitude, that is the discrete signal. The continuous, we can use sampling. The continuous signal is changed to the discrete signal. What is the discrete time digital? The discrete time sequence are continuous in value but discrete only in time. The digital signal are discrete in value and discrete in time, that can only take in a specific value. Suppose that discrete time signal representation, the discrete is represented by n is a samples. The functional representations, xn equals to then n equals to 1 and 3, the value is 1. The n equals to 0 and 7, value is 6, otherwise value is 0. This is a discrete notation in graphical representation. What is a tabular representation? The n equals to minus 2, the value of xn is 0.12, the value of minus 1, the value of 2.01, the value of 0, the value of 1.78, the value of 1 is value of 5.23, the value of 2, the value is 0.12. The sequence representations, the xn equals to 0.12, 2.01, 1.78, 5.23 and 0.12. The sequence representations. The elementary signal. What is the elementary signal? The unit sample sequence, unit impulse signal. This is a what is the impulse? Impulse means denoted by a delta function, and it is called a direct function. We can easily determine the in discrete domain and time domain. What is the delta n? The value of 0, the amplitude is lie on infinite, that is called delta function, otherwise value is 0. The area under curve of delta function is 1, always 1, always, understand? So we can represent the delta function in two way. First one is discrete domain, and second one is time domain. Okay, this is denoted as a time domain. The value of 0, the amplitude denoted by infinite, and value is minus infinity plus del t dt equals to 1. And properties of the impulse function, the sampling properties. The sampling properties is minus infinity gt del t minus t naught equals g t naught. The shifting, the multiply of the shifting of delta function is result del is the main function of the advance and delay in time. What is the scaling property? The scaling means reduce the amplitude and expand the amplitude of the amplitude of the signal. The some a t minus t naught 1 upon mod a del t minus t naught. This is a delay function. This is a delay function. A delay by t naught. What is the replica property? What is the replica property of the function? The gt convolve with del t, the result is gt. That is the replica property. What is the unit step function? Second one is unit step function. Basically, unit step function is used in on-off purpose, switching purpose, definitely. And the unit step, the Heaviside step sequence, the un is suppose n greater than 0. N greater than the value is 1, and less than 0 is value is 0. Okay. The n greater than 0 value is 1, and less than 0 value is 0. Okay. What is the unit step function? Basically, the in time domain, the value t less than 0, the value of unit step function is 0, and t greater than 0, the value is 1. Okay, the shift by a, and then ut minus a, and then t greater than a. This is a shifting property. This is t minus a. So first of all, the t minus a put on 0. So t equals to a. So we can shift the element by a. Okay. What is the ramp function? Ramp function. What is the ramp function? Ramp is a slope. What is the slope? The t greater than 0 slope is t. T less than 0 slope is 0. We can donate the ramp function by rt. What is the relation between the step function and ramp function? Basically, the delta function integration is step function integration is ramp function integrated is parabolic function, and this is ut d rt by dt, rt equals to minus 20 u tau d tau. For discrete time units ramp function, then n greater than equal to 0, n less than equal to 0, u n minus 1. Ramp is denoted by this is a ramp is denoted by discrete domain. This is a discrete way, and rt and ut and del t again. This is a denote the ramp function differentiated is step function differentiated delta function. Delta is differentiated direct function, doublet function. This is a doublet function. But a parabolic function, the integration or ramp function is also called a parabolic function. It is its graph is non-linear. Basically, its graph is non-linear. Non-linear means the t square, t greater than 0 value is t square, t less than value is 0 is 0. Then this one is basically sync signal. What is a sync signal? This is a relation between the sync and sine. The sync Ct equals to sin pi t by pi t. This is a sync function. While sinusoidal and exponential signal, the sinusoidal and exponential are important in signal in system analysis because they arise naturally in the solution of the differential equation. And the second, the sinusoidal signal can express in either of two way. First one is cyclic frequency form is a sin 2 pi f naught t, a sin 2 pi by t naught t, the radian frequency from a sin omega naught t. And again, the sinusoidal exponential in signal a sin 2 pi f naught t plus theta. Theta is the angle and sinusoidal signal. The xt is denoted by a ki power at real exponential, and a ki power at is cos omega naught t j sin omega naught t. We can write this. A complex exponential, theta is phase of sinusoidal wave, a is the amplitude of a sinusoidal or exponential signal, f naught is a fundamental cyclic frequency of sinusoidal signal, and omega naught is a radian frequency. What is a signum function? What is the basic signum function? The value of signum function t greater than 0 is 1, t less than 0 is 0, and t greater equals to 0 is 0, or t less than 0 is minus 1. The signum function value is 1, 0, minus 1 according to time. And was there a rectangular function? The rectangular function, basically rectangular function is the limit is two way. First one is a by 2 less than a by 2, the value is 1 by a, the greater than a by 2 value is 0. It is a bounded function. It is a bounded function, minus d by 2 so plus d by 2 is 1 by a, bounded function. What is the unit triangle function? The basically unit triangle function, the triangular pulse whose height and area are both but its base bits is not, is called unit triangular function. The unit triangle is related to the unit rectangular through an operation called a convolution, and triangular minus 1 to 1. The sinc function, sinc t equals to sine pi t by pi t, the sinc t, and 1 to 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 sinc t. And what is the Gaussian function? What is a Gaussian? Gaussian is basically this is depend on the variance and the mean. The variance is denoted in x-axis, mean is denoted by y-axis. The formula of Gaussian is 1 upon 2 pi sigma square e to the power minus x minus mu whole square upon 2 sigma square. That is a Gaussian. And basic operation of signal, the operation of performed on dependent variable, amplitude scaling, addition, multiplication, differentiation. The operation of performed on independent variables में time scaling, reflection, time shifting, and that is called signal. The operation of continuous time signal, the time reversal. What is the time reversal? Yt equals to x minus t. This is a symmetric symmetry. Yt equals to x minus t is symmetry. This is a mirror image. Time shifting is the yt equals to xt minus td. This is a time shifting, and t plus dd is advance. That is called advance. What is the amplitude scaling? That the yt equals to bxt. That is why amplitude scaling. Addition, yt equals to x1t plus x2t. This is scale. Multiplication is yt equals to x1t to x2t. Time scaling is a scale by time, xat. This is a property. This is a time scaling in both way, in a discrete domain and time domain. And time scaling is minus 1 to 1, and minus 1 by 2 is plus 1 by 2 1, and y to x x2t, and y2 equals x 1 by 2t, and minus 2 0 1 and 2. That is the discrete domain. Xn equals to x2. And reflection, what is the reflection? Reflection is a mirror image. The first image is denoted by minus t1 to t2 scale, and another mirror image y2 equals x minus 2. Change the limit of that in time domain. The minus 2 t2 is shifted to left side, and t1 is shifted to the right side. Understand? What is the time shifting property? The xt, the value, the main graph is minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. We can shift by 2, t minus 2. So we can put the t minus 2 equals to 0, the t equals to t 2. So we add 2 in both sides, in 1 by 2 plus 2 and minus 1 by plus 2. So whole graph is shifted by 3 by 2 to 5 by 2. Understand? This is a time shifting property. And this is a quick revision. I think you understand. The processor rule of time shifting and time scaling. The example find out this yt equals to x 2t plus 3. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इसमें क्या करने वाले इस फंक्शन में हम y t इक्वल्स टू x 2t3. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम इसको शिफ्ट करेंगे शिफ्ट तो फिर उसके बाद स्केल करेंगे. याद रखना है आपको कि फर्स्ट वन इज शिफ्ट एंड सेकंड वन इज स्केल. तो 2t plus 3 minus 1 to 1, the value is 1, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, and value is 2t minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, and 2. Okay, then 2t plus 3 equals to 0. Put on 2t plus 3 equals to 0. Then t equals to minus 3. The minus 3 add in both sides, minus 3. 1 minus 3 is a minus 2, minus 4. तो जो ब्रैकेट में उस चीज़ को हमें क्या है 0 पुट करना है. तो आप 2 को स्केल को भूल जाइए, 2 को भूल जाना है आपको. t plus 3 को अब 0 पुट करना है. वी कैन पुट द t plus 3 equals to 0. तो t equals to minus 3. Minus 3 add in both sides. तो 1 minus 3 is a minus 2, minus 1 minus 3 minus 4. So limit is minus 2 to minus 4. They shifted. There is second graph. Again, the second is scale property, scaling. Second one is scaling. What is the scaling? Means minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, and minus 3. So yt equals to a y2t. This one is v2t, and minus 1, minus 2, and minus 3, and 0, 1. Okay. what is the scaling? The scaling they divide by 2 and then in time scale. So minus 2 divided by 2, the minus 1, minus 4 divided by 2 is minus 2, so whole shift is minus 1 to minus 3. Okay, the precedence rule of discrete time signals, and this is a discrete time classification of signal is the deterministic and non-deterministic signal. What is the deterministic signal? Deterministic signal we can easily predict the signal. That is a deterministic signal. Non-deterministic signal, the random signal, we cannot predict easily. This is the meteorological signal is the all the non-deterministic signal. The periodic signal or non-periodic signal. The periodic signal is a periodic signal is sine signal is periodic signal, that the period is repeat with particular time intervals. And aperiodic signals, e power x is a aperiodic signals, and in periodic signal power is existing, energy is 0, and aperiodic signals energy infinite and power is finite. And energy, what is the even signal? Even signal is already we have already discussed what is the even signal and odd signal. The odd signal is sine signal, even signal, cos signal. Energy in power signal. All periodic signal is power signal, and on non-periodic signal is energy signal. Causal signal is not depend on a future value, and non-causal signal is depend on future value. Here we can already discuss what is the continuous discrete, the continuous sine, the continuous frequency, continuous amplitude. That's a continuous signal. What is the discrete signal? Discrete signal means a continuous signal is changed by a discrete by sampling. That's what discrete. The deterministic and not deterministic behavior of these signal is predicted by respect to time. These no are certain with respect to its value of any time. These signal can be expressed mathematically. The deterministic and non-deterministic signal continuous. The random signal is non-deterministic signal. The behavior of these signal is random, not predicted with respect to. There is an uncertainty with respect to its value of any time. These signal can't be expressed mathematically. Mathematically random signal को predict नहीं कर सकते. By random variable, with the help of random variables PDF we can easily determine the periodic and non-periodic signal. We have already discussed. The important condition periodicity. The important condition of a periodicity of discrete time signal. A discrete time signal is periodic if xn equals to xn plus capital N, and the frequency is k upon n. Yeah, we can talk about another way, the 2 pi by n. 2 pi by n is a period. Okay, the sum of the periodic signal is x3 x1 t plus x2 t. The xt plus capital T, the xt plus capital T, the x1 t plus m1 t1, x2 xt plus m2 t2, the m1 t1 and m2 t2 equals to t naught fundamental periods. An example, cos tp by 3 and sin tp by 4. What is the main? How can we determine that this is a periodic period? What is the period of this signal? The first one is cos tp by 3, the 2 pi by n, we can 2 pi by n, according to 2 pi by n the value is 6. And again the second signal sin tp by 4, the 2 pi the period is 8. So we can take LCM of this value, where the period t1 by t2, the value of t1 by t2 is 3 by 4, the rational number. This is a rational number. There is a rational number to find the m1t and m2t. Find the m1 and m2, the value is 24. Okay, the value is 24. This is a periodic signal. Okay, the sum of the periodic signal may not be always periodic. ऐसा नहीं है सारी चीज़ें सारे सिग्नल ही पीरियड हो. नॉन पीरियडिक सिग्नल कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करना है? दैन x t इक्वल्स टू x1t प्लस x2t, द cos t प्लस sin root 2t, the t1 the 2 pi by 1, the value t1, and t2 is 2 pi by the square of root 2. The t1 by 2 is square of root 2. Note t1 to square of root is irrational number. This is called an irrational number. The xt is a periodic signal. This is called a periodic signal. Okay, root 2 is not a rational. So this is called the aperiodic signal. So divided by t1 by t2, the ratio of t1 to t2 is rational number, should be rational number, but the ratio of t1 by t2 is not a rational number. This is aperiodic signal. Yeah, we have already discussed was the even and odd signal, even and odd functions, various condition of even and odd functions both. अगर सम आपका इवन है तो डिफरेंस अगर इवन है, प्रोडक्ट इवन है, बोथ ऑड इवन ऑड, ये तो आप देख सकते हैं. डिस्क्रीट टाइम इवन, कॉम्बिनेशन है इवन, द energy and power signal. Okay, a signal with finite energy and zero power is called an energy signal. At all periodic signal is power signal, energy signal. Signal energy of a signal is defined as the area under the square of the magnitude of the signal. The energy minus infinity xt का whole square then dt. This is energy. The unit of signal energy depend on its unit of the signal, and energy and power signal continues. What is the energy signal and power signal? So some of signal have finite signal energy. In that the case, it is more convenient to deal with average signal power. For power signal is the range of power 0 to infinite p I equals to infinity. The average power of the signal is defined by p limit t tends infinity 1 by t minus t by 2 plus t by 2 xt का whole square and dt. Then dt. What is the energy and power signal? It is for a periodic signal xt the average signal power the 1 by t minus xt का whole square. T is any period of the signal, and periodic signal are generally power signal, and signal energy and power of dt signal and discrete time signals. And always the formula of energy signal is by sigma minus infinity plus xn का whole square. The signal of a discrete time signal is xn. What is cause? We have already discussed causal and non-causal. The future value depend on the non-causal, and the present value, past value depend on the causal signal. Already discussed. Thank you very much.